Fans of Power, I got something I want to say. This is why Tariq will never work on this show. I want to put this out there. I probably said this before, but this is nothing against the actor himself. This is a young man who is in the business. He's acting. He's making money. I don't want to hate on this kid, man. I'm hating on the character, okay? This is strictly character related. I imitate him every time I talk about him. I'm going to try to get through this whole thing without imitating Tariq. I was almost ready to give up on Power. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I was ready to give up on this show, but I said I want to see it through the end. This is the last season. I'm going to ride this one out. And now that I know it's going to continue, and now that I know what they're going for, and 50 said this too, and like I said, I don't know if he's trolling us or not, but basically, Tariq is supposed to lead this show into the future. Now, I'm like, okay, maybe if they do a time jump and get another actor in there, maybe it'll work. But he said it takes place 48 hours after the ending of this season, so he's still going to be, there's no way you can do a time jump in 48 hours and he's a grown-ass man. That's not going to work. I'm just going to name off a couple of child gangster characters in shows and movies. First one comes to mind is Michael Lee. If you ever watched The Wire, Michael Lee started out as just a regular kid. He was in a fucked up neighborhood, in a fucked up situation, and because of the circumstances, he became what he became. He went from being a dope boy, a killer, and now when the show ended, he became the new Omar, the guy that robbed the dope dealers. So you saw the evolution in his character, and you sympathized with Michael. You liked him. Even when he was being hard, you bought it because you know where this kid came from and how fucked up things were for him. You take a character like Kane and O-Dog from Menace to Society. Kane has always been bad, he said so himself, but you sympathize with Kane. Kane came from a fucked up situation, similar to Michael Lee, okay? All he knew was how to sell dope. All he was taught was how to sell dope. He had no positive influences around him. O-Dog, you really don't know O-Dog's backstory, but you gotta think, the character of O-Dog, played by Lorenz Tate at the time, was 16. The character and the actor was 16. But Lorenz Tate's O-Dog was scary. He was ruthless. He was a killer. You got behind him. Now, that's just a few examples. Now you get to Tariq, St. Patrick. Tariq's character is that character in almost every action movie where you have the rich tycoon who is evil and you have the son who was rich, born with a silver spoon in their mouth, and they want to be a bad guy. Tariq is the villain in almost every action movie you've ever seen. But it's not the villain that you love to hate. It's the villain that you just hate. You have your love to hate villains, and you have the villains that you just can't fucking stand. Tariq is in the category of a Commodus from Gladiator. He's in the category of, who else can I think of, who's a bad guy who I just hated. He's almost in the level of, shit, I can't even think right now because there's nobody that I've hated in recent memory like I hate this character. And this is the guy that's supposed to take this show into the future? Oh, hell no. I'm going to be real with you. To those that watch my Power reviews, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. But if this goes into the next generation, the next era, with this dude being the face of Power, no, I'm checking out. I'm done. All right? I still have Snowfall. And depending on how the Wu-Tang saga goes, I got that. I'm holding on to those right now. Because I know Power, I'm going to finish this season off. Because it's the last of this generation with Tommy and Ghost and Tasha and all of them, right? I know it's going to come to either all of them going to end up dead or in jail, or, you know, it's the end of an era. And now we have this new era, and I'm not down for it. It's going to take a miracle. It's going to take some miraculous writing for me to get behind this character, and I just don't see it happening. I've compared him to Michael Corleone before because I see the parallels between The Godfather and this. But see, okay, with The Godfather, Michael Corleone, he was a rich kid, rich spoiled brat, born with a silver spoon in his mouth. But Michael wanted nothing to do with the family business. Michael was like, nah, I'm not with that. I want to do my own thing. He goes to the military, fights in World War II, comes back a civilian, still wants to have nothing to do with the business. Don Corleone gets shot. Michael has to step up because there's nobody else in the family that can take that mantle and keep the family going. Michael's in a position where he had no choice. Tariq, on the other hand, Tariq his motivation for being a dope boy is money. I almost imitated him. I said I'm gonna get through this video without imitating him. Money. He likes money. He wants the penthouse. He wants the jewelry. He wants, you know, all the materialistic shit. That's why he's in this. He's not in this for survival. He's not in this because my family needs me to be in this. He's in it because he just wants to be a gangster. He loves money. He wants the materials. He thinks he is Ghost. God damn it, I can't help it. I'm just like you, Ghost. What makes me so different? There's no arc to Tariq's character. He's a little shit from beginning to end. There's no arc. Even when we're supposed to feel something for him, I remember his sister's funeral, Raina. That was supposed to be a moment where we get to see the vulnerable side of Tariq. The side of Tariq where he has a heart. He cares. He feels bad and guilty that his sister's gone. No, at his sister's funeral, he's playing sad and he escapes and then texts Dre that somebody's coming to kill him. Like, okay, maybe leave in the comments, because I know a lot of y'all have no problem checking me on shit. What is it about this kid that was supposed to be behind? What is it about this kid that says, you know what, yeah, I fucks with Tariq. You know what, yeah, I want to see Tariq win. I want to see him succeed in this shit. You even take a character like Scarface, Tony Montana, one of the hardest gangsters ever on film. Tony Montana is another one. Came from a fucked up situation, started from the bottom. You rooted for him. He was the underdog. He saw the biggest dope boys and said, you know what, yeah, I want to be like that. Tony knew that he came from a poor, fucked up spot, and I want to live the good life, man. I want to get my sister and my mom's out this shit. He had a motivation. He had a reason. And I was going to use the word loyalty, but yeah, Tony, he was loyal until the white girl came into his life. I'm not talking about Elvira. I'm talking about the... But do you see the common denominator with a lot of these characters that I just named? Michael Lee, Kane and O-Dog, Tony Montana, Michael Corleone. These were people, characters that were forced into situations where they had to do shit that they did not want to do. They were good at it. They mastered it. And yeah, they had a little fun with it. But, you know, they always wanted out. It was a scene in Godfather 3 where Michael was old. Even though that's my least favorite Godfather, Michael's old. And Vincent, now the nephew, wants to take over the family business. And he tells Vincent, look, all my life I wanted out. I never wanted this shit. I had to do it. Of course, Vince was like, I don't want out. I want this. But even take a character like Vincent, a hothead, into the family business because he's gangster. But he takes over the family business because now Michael is old. Somebody has to take this family into the next generation. Vincent steps up. There's no reason for Tariq doing what he does. He's got a free education. He has everything that he wants at his disposal. There's no reason why he needs to be doing what he does. So if anybody does support him, I beg to answer why. What is the reason why you can get behind this little motherfucker? Okay. Bottom line is, y'all, I just had to get this out because this was eating at me. I was about to go to work. I'm still going to go to work, but I had to get this out because I'm still gonna finish the season, but like I said before, it's just gonna be a little harder now because I know with each episode they're leading up to this kid, this little snot-nosed shit, to be that next guy, and I ain't with it. Bottom line, I am not with it. No, no. So y'all, that's what I got, man. So do you think Tariq is gonna be able to carry this show into the next generation? Do you think that maybe 50 Cent is trolling us and there's going to be somebody else that takes the show over? Because it's obvious, as you know, all the signs are there. Everybody thinks that Tariq is going to be the next Ghost, and we don't like it. So is 50 Cent going to throw us a curveball? What are you guys' thoughts, man? Comment freely below. Thank you for watching. As always, this is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.